New tonight, a once vacant Duluth building is reopening to support Duluth mothers facing homelessness. Operating out of the old YWCA building, Divine Connections Hope and Healing Center is dedicated to providing a safe and stable environment for young BIPOC mothers between the ages of 18 to 24 who are experiencing homelessness. Live music and food helped celebrate the first day of operations there. The building in the Spirit Valley neighborhood. YWCA's executive director says donating the building to Divine Connections carries on the program's mission.
We were looking for another organization to continue providing service to young mothers and families. The work of this organization, of Divine Connections, is so important to help women with their economic freedom and safety and security.
In addition to providing a place to stay, the program also offers financial advice and mental health support. A story we did on that part of the program can be found using our Northern News Now app.
Last spring, we received...
Still to come, we now know